Hello and welcome back again to my WWE 2K24 showcase mode. I have to say it really slow before I mess the title up. Anyway, it's been a few days since I've played this. I'm going to get this done today. Hopefully, probably. And yeah, let's waste no time. Believe we got WrestleMania 35 main event next. Yes, we do. Ooh. And let's go indeed.
History made with Seth Rollins leaving the main event of WrestleMania, a match in which he wasn't even scheduled to participate as WWE World Heavyweight Champion. For my money, it's the greatest cash-in ever and only proves that Seth Rollins has always been the visionary. WrestleMania has always been the place where the impossible's made possible, where dreams become a reality. And that was never more apparent than at WrestleMania 35 in New Jersey, when for the first time in its history, WrestleMania was main evented by the women of WWE. Ronda Rousey arrived in WWE like a tornado, first impressing in her debut at WrestleMania 34 before steamrolling her way to the Raw Women's Championship at SummerSlam 2018. The former MMA champion looked unstoppable, using her wide array of throws and arm bars to hold everyone at bay. As Survivor Series approached, Becky Lynch, now SmackDown Women's Champion, would be set up to compete against Rousey. Unfortunately for Becky, she'd be replaced by Charlotte Flair after Becky was taken out of action following an inter-brand brawl on Raw. At Survivor Series, Charlotte would show a vicious side in a disqualification loss to Rousey. Becky, however, wanted this fight more than anything. At the 2019 Royal Rumble, Becky Lynch would enter the match in someone else's place, ultimately winning it all by eliminating, you guessed it, Charlotte Flair. But before everything could be finalized, more bad news for Becky, as an injury to her knee led to her not being cleared to compete at WrestleMania, and WWE would replace her with Charlotte Flair. Becky would not sit by and just let that happen, however, and ultimately got her clearance. With that, she was added back to the match, and we now had a triple threat set up for the Raw Women's Championship. The surprises were not done, though. Shortly before WrestleMania, Charlotte would shock the world of sports entertainment by defeating Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And now the match would be winner takes all, meaning the winner would be both Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion. Three of the most talented women on the roster look to dazzle the world in the first ever women's main event at WrestleMania. Can you go out there and be the last kicker we all know Becky to be? Or will Charlotte and Ronda prove to be too much for you to overcome? Time to show everyone who really is the man. Ronda Rousey was the obvious target for Becky and Charlotte, but Ronda immediately went on the offensive, bullying Becky back in the corner. And then turning her attention to Charlotte Flair. Ronda wanted to prove immediately that despite the stature of her opponents, that it was she who was the dominant WWE superstar. Outside the ring, Ronda would not let up, connecting with a Piper's Pit, not only to Becky that threw her into the barricade, but also to Charlotte Flair, planting her onto the floor. A second attempt at Piper's Pit on Becky proved to be Rousey's biggest mistake, with Becky shaking free and throwing Ronda into the ring post. Trying to keep her momentum, Ronda ran right into a boot from Becky, staggering her long enough to allow Charlotte Flair to perform a suplex of her own to send Ronda into the barricade herself. Rousey had overwhelmed Charlotte and Becky with her blitzing offense, but Becky was able to compose herself quickly enough to avoid another Piper's Pit, leaving Ronda on the defensive early in the bout.
It's been a few while since I've played this, and I hate triple threat matches in general. Table, no. Out. Excuse me. PlayStation nearly overheated. Right. I just need to get in the ring and then get away from the chaos. I did that. I don't know what the powers actually hit, but give this anyway. So I was just thinking I want to do over game modes, and then no, I don't do that. I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm thinking maybe before I go back to the PS3. Thinking maybe before I go back to PS3, I'll just do over. Yeah, I'm gonna thinking I may just do over my career before I go back to the PS3. I think that'll just be easier. There we go.
Now, as we all know, a triple threat match is every superstar for themselves. But despite not being friendly with each other, Charlotte and Becky realized that it might be best for them to focus their efforts on Ronda. Looking for a double powerbomb, Ronda would manage to reverse, putting Charlotte in an armbar. But this freed Becky and allowed her to drill Ronda with a low drop kick. With Ronda out of the way, now the Queen and the Man had the ring all to themselves.
Haha, gotcha. It was wrapped out west, I can see. Oh, chill out. So I think I'll probably start with I have time to break. What I'll probably do is please not help. What I'll probably do, I'm probably gonna once I've done 2K15 showcase, I'll probably do 2K15's my career and just go up like that.
Charlotte did not let up, repeatedly slamming Becky's face into the mat. Charlotte was making the most of Ronda Rousey being down, willing to put Becky through the mat if it meant she'd leave WrestleMania as the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion.
I'll just leave them to it. So now the cut out both then. Really? You need to sit down on the floor. Oh, no man. Would have been too easy if I could just get it in first time. What? Can you just stop grabbing cables? Really? Also another thing, 2K15, they're bringing, not 2K15, 2K25, they're bringing back chain wrestling, which is something I'm really happy about. I'm not sure if it's going to be the same sort of thing, Charlotte's really having none of it this match. Really, do you have to go for me every time? Don't get these weapons out the ring because they're just a massive inconvenience. They're still going for pins as well. My God, why can't I just put in the armbar? I hate the targeting system at Triple Threat. It was the last Triple Threat match we've got, I think. Thank God for that. I hate this already. The problem made this so long because I don't think we've had Fly Funhouse matches that long, so. Why can't I just put it in? That's what she said, but just want to put her in the armbar, she reverses it every time. Why would you go for the table when the chair's right there? First it rolls out. This shouldn't be this hard. Really? Finally. Wait, is this it? Yes. You better not tap. Why am I stunned? Oh, I did we roll? I didn't mean to do that. Let's reverse. Yep. Obviously. Didn't realise that move had a power reversal. I'm assuming they've made Charlotte really overpowered, which is a surprise considering she's got like 15 world titles. I had to do it to Ronda Rousey. I couldn't even see because I've got pause it every time.
A reverse DDT to Ronda, Becky just added her to the mix, hitting a standard and reverse DDT combo to both. While her attempts at getting the pin failed both times, Becky was now in firm control and didn't show any signs of letting up.
Ronda, you're gonna have to leave if you don't mind. Of course not. I only took a tumble to the outside while my dad If only I could at least just... If only I could actually target correctly, it would be great, wouldn't it? Good, you go. I will get mine.
Eventually, Rousey found her momentum again and managed the jaw-dropping feat of placing both Becky and Charlotte into arm bars. Realizing that they were better together, Charlotte and Becky would turn the tide on Ronda. Muscling her up and hitting her with a series of double-team power bombs. Ronda did her best to fight free, but was overwhelmed by powerbomb after powerbomb. The two worked well together, but that wasn't the plan. The second she no longer needed help, Charlotte sent Becky to the floor. Charlotte knew exactly what needed to be done in that ring, looking to get the pin when she saw Ronda down. The Queen was in top shape, and despite not getting the pin, she was rolling.
Get on now. Do I have a signature? No, not yet. Not far off though. How that's it? Going on the finish to the match. Nice. Big jump it. Come on, Charlotte, get in the ring. No. He stopped getting tables. I'm not sure what the table was after you. I remember. This WrestleMania was so long, I don't even know if I finished it. Honestly, I believe this WrestleMania was, like, not even joking, probably about 6 hours. I didn't mean to do that, for God's sake. Oh, God. Probably won't get any moves in, because they'll just be burst every time. Well, you keep doing your thing. Well, that was obvious. Let me guess, another table by any chance? Oh no, sorry. I only got whipped into the corner, why am I dead? One into reverse that. Please kick out. I never want to do a triple threat match in this game ever again, honestly. reaction, and that's chair's a bit broken now. I don't think I've ever seen Becca do that move before. You're not going to beat me with that, are you? What a silly. Yeah, I will not bother and fight that, but now I've just lost my signature again, for God's sake. Oh, this is taking way longer than it should do. Everything's just so slow. Oh, I'm not that bad. Let's look at my down a bit. Another table by any chance? I might have to trim this down because this is just taking a piss now. Why can I not time reversals today? Why am I dead? Get out the ring. Is he gonna reverse it? Oh, that's a shot. Reverse. Obviously. I didn't even get a... How do I not have a mid-move counter for that? Why can't I time reversals today? There we go. What's the problem with reverse it? Finally. Got to turn the tables. I've seen side tables already. Oh, that's gonna be it. Obviously. Right, I'll be back to you when I actually get this shite done. Right back where we were. You thought Charlotte was overbooked in real life? Standing near a opponent. What finishes does she have? If you thought Charlotte was overbooked in real life, you clearly haven't played a bit. Laid against AI version of it. Don't know whether the roll-up feature was the best or the worst feature I've ever had in multi-man matches. Sit down. Okay. Disarm it. Reverse. Because obviously. I'm on normal difficulty, by the way. Oh, there's no need to that, is it? Oh my god, why do I roll out everything? I should have been stunned. You consciously rolled out. I'm stomping on you. Good breakout. Don't have time for this. Get out of the ring. That's how we take getting the thing out.
Finally, Ronda broke free, and I remember thinking this was it once she hit Becky with that huge running knee. It was academic at that point. She rolled Becky to set her up for Piper's Pit, struggling through the exhaustion and pain to lift her up. And then Becky did the unthinkable. Reversing into a crucifix pin, she was able to surprise the former MMA champion with a pinfall to win the match.
Thank God that's over with.
Ronda was not happy, feeling she'd gotten her shoulder up, but the decision stood, and Becky was named the winner. All three women left it all in the ring. While Charlotte and Ronda were not thrilled in failing to win, neither had any reason to hang their head in shame. Standing in the ring, holding both titles high, Becky Lynch's arduous road to WrestleMania had finally reached its epic conclusion. Becky etches her name into the history books, victorious in the first ever WrestleMania women's main event, leaving as both Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion after pinning Ronda Rousey in the center of the ring. A stellar performance by everyone involved, but it's Becky who had just that little bit extra to get her hand raised. It was another landmark performance by the man.
Why is that laugh? Yeah, I always thought everyone was happening in this game, to be honest. Honestly, anyway, moving on.
On a night that saw Seth Rollins run through Brock Lesnar, the final battle of Triple H and Batista, and Kurt Angle's last match, the occasion belonged to Becky Lynch, who ended the night holding both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships high above her head triumphantly. A moment that truly will live forever. Now we jump ahead to WrestleMania 36, the only WrestleMania in history with 0 attendance, a record, and the first to take place on both days of the weekend. It also featured one of the most bizarre matches in the event's existence, the Firefly Funhouse match between The Fiend Bray Wyatt and John Cena. Cena won a hard-fought match against Wyatt at WrestleMania 30 in 2014. A heartbreaking result for Wyatt, who could not handle the failure. He'd rebuild, capturing the WWE Championship, discovering his inner Fiend, and also capturing the Universal Championship. But he never forgot about the pain of that WrestleMania 30 loss. So when Cena showed up on SmackDown after some time away to announce that he would not be competing at WrestleMania 36, The Fiend took the opportunity to persuade him to reconsider. A simple point to the WrestleMania sign was all that was needed to signal the challenge, with Cena tipping his cap to accept it. Wyatt would lay out the conditions. John Cena would have to venture into the Firefly Funhouse if he wanted this match, where he, The Fiend, would be waiting. Not one to ever back down, Cena remained unfazed. Sure, he didn't know exactly what was going to happen, but he had to trust in himself and his skills. Skills that had delivered a victory over this man before. But he knew that this was not going to be easy, and that he was walking into the base of the enemy. And without the voices of the WWE Universe to cheer him on, Cena would have to face the mind games of the Fiend alone and hope that he was strong enough to survive. But it's up to you to break Cena down and show him that in the Firefly Funhouse, there is no one as powerful as the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Yowie wowie indeed.
If memory serves me correctly, this match is 75% cutscenes.
Friendship that'll never ever end.
Oh. There's another world that exists beyond our realm of comprehension. A world where our darkest urges are no longer kept secret. A world where gods, monsters, angels, and demons are neighbors. Who are we, really? And why do we do the things that we do? Hey, John, let's take a real deep look at who you really are. You're about to face your most dangerous opponent yet. Yourself! Welcome to the Firefly Funhouse! Tonight, I'm issuing a challenge for anyone back there in that locker room here face Bray Wyatt! What makes you think you got what it takes to hang with Bray Wyatt? Ruthless aggression! Wow! Whoever thought this was actually gonna work? I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty embarrassing, you know? Ruthless aggression! Whoa, John. I am literally living your biggest failure right now. I'm not gonna lie. It's sad. I guess I can see why you almost got fired, right? Ruthless aggression! You can look, but you can't touch.
Ruthless aggression.
Now, John, you know what I'm thinking right now? Is this really what you want to do with your life?
Nope, right, so I don't know how much more of this match we've got. Like I said, it's pretty sure it's 75% cutscenes. I don't think I can do a suicide dive, can I? No, that's not it. How's it? They really dance the Jimmy Snooker. King from Bundy, Big John Stud. That's Mr. T.
What's up, brothers? My tag team partner is such a physical specimen, you can't help but worship him. Why? Because that's what being a stud is all about. Having muscles. No matter what little talent you possess. And that, my friends, is what my tag partner Johnny Largemeat is all about. Wait till you see that body. Wow! I mean, the ladies love him, and the men, they want to be him. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce you to my tag team partner, Johnny Largemeat. Yeah, that's right, Big Daddy. Oh, let me tell you something, because the fact of the matter is, when the rubber hits the road, the cream rises to the top. Somebody say something about WrestleMania day and night. You're gonna pay for the whole seat and use only the edge. I mean, my God, the power of the people is right through our veins.
What is going on?
What you gonna do, brother, when you realize the egomania has been running wild on you? Oh!
Word life. This is basic thugonomics. This is basic thugonomics. Word life. I'm untouchable, but I'm forcing you to feel me. Word life. This is basic thugonomics. Word life. I'm untouchable, but I'm forcing you to feel me. Word life. This is basic thugonomics. Word life.
Now I'm the doctor of thugonomics. I just switched like that in mid-fight. The audience will be excited. They just went from 6 to midnight. Oh, I get your little joke. I can only talk in rhyme, right? Fine. I still shine. You ain't taking away my limelight. If all I got is rap and I use it to my advantage, because I'm like Husky Harris, it's a weight that I can manage. Oh, Bray, I got a great idea for your puppet show. Put my junk in a glove. You can call him Mr. Suck It, bro. You've been a disappointment since they brought you to the dance. You're a slut for opportunity. You're blowing every chance.
Chances? How dare you talk to me about chances, John Cena? I have had to earn everything I've ever been given in life, and still they're taken from me. You're the golden goose, John. Your chances, they're unlimited. You're untouchable. But you're not a hero, John. You're a bully. You're a horrible person. You take the weaknesses of others and you turn them into jokes. You would do anything for fame, John. Congratulations. You're the man now, John. Poor, lonely John Cena. This is your last chance, man. The floor is yours.
You in the doctor's house trying to get up in my face? All you really get is these nuts up in your face.
Right, I just realised my mic was muted. Very good. But what high chance you're not going to see the majority of this match, because like I said, it's mainly cutscenes. Well, where do you think you're going? On have a good round. What is Serena looking like? That be announce table?
I was the color red in a world full of black and white. I had the whole world in my hands. Abigail spoke of this day my entire life. You were supposed to be a man of the people. Then why weren't you listening? Hear them now, John! They wanted me! They needed me! This was supposed to be a prophecy fulfilled. But instead, it's my grandest failure. I've heard for so long, I can't remember what it's like to feel. But now, it's time to rewrite my own story. Run. We both know that's not enough to end it, Superman. But this is. Six years.
ago, you made the wrong choice, cowboy. Fix it. Fix it, John. Fix it!
I love you too. I love you too. You want to know what I really want to do right now? No. You know what I really want to do right now? I want to introduce the coolest guy that ever walked the face of the wrestling earth. Give it up for John Cena! Gear it up! Stop it! You ain't gonna like this.
If they just slightly include CM Punk then. That is getting there. Right, we're back. That roll-up came out of nowhere. What do you think you're doing? That was strange, to say the least. Right, I had a sleep. Now I'm back with more 2K24 showcase. Let's go.
John Cena fights valiantly, but ultimately succumbs to the powers that exist inside the Firefly Funhouse. And the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, finally avenges a loss that had eaten at him for 6 long years. A total nightmare for John Cena. Many of the matches in the 2K24 showcase are easy dream matches. And as we know, usually a dream match is something that fans talk about, pitting 2 superstars against each other when they know that will never really happen. But at WrestleMania 38, we saw a different variation of what a dream match can be. With a simple invitation, Kevin Owens put the wheels in motion for his personal dream match, one against WWE Hall of Famer, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Asking for Austin to be a guest on the KO show was just step 1. Next was to disparage the state of Texas whenever he had the opportunity.
I've been here for a couple of days and it's actually worse than I remembered.
And then it was to extend that trash talk to Austin himself. Stone Cold hadn't competed at WrestleMania since a 2003 loss to The Rock at WrestleMania 19, but he still had plenty of fight in him. With WrestleMania 38 taking place in Texas, Austin knew that he had to show up and hit Kevin Owens with whatever he needed to shut his mouth. Whether that was one Stone Cold Stunner or 15, it didn't matter to WWE's toughest SOB. We were able to sit down with Kevin Owens to talk about how this all came together.
It was pretty surreal when the video aired of him accepting the challenge. You know, him driving out in the middle of the desert on his four-wheeler or whatever you want to call it, and then hearing him answer me directly and saying,
Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to open up one last can of whoop ass on you, Kevin Owens.
that threat made me so excited. I was so pumped. Career highlight for sure to have Stone Cold Steve Austin cut a promo on me. As far as WrestleManias go, I think the match with Stone Cold takes the cake as the top spot.
Stunner!
Before I started using the stunner, I'd asked him for permission and advice. I don't know that he told me every secret, to be honest. His stunner is the best, because mine didn't keep him down, but his kept me down, so he's onto something.
19 years in the making!
He trusted me to be a worthy opponent for what was his first match back in 19 years. The fact that he was willing to do that with me, that's a huge, huge compliment.
Always a privilege to get to speak to Kevin Owens, and we thank him for the time. We were also able to capture a little message from Stone Cold himself, who wanted to extend the following to Owens.
Hey, Kevin, I just wanted to say thank you very much for a hell of a night at WrestleMania 38. You motivated me and got me off my ass 19 years removed. And to be able to go back to Dallas, Texas, the city that I started in 1989, and bring everything full circle, it means a lot to me. Being out there in the ring with you was a blast. Taking that suplex on the concrete was a blast. Kevin Owens, you're awesome.
Steve, I appreciate that more than you'll ever know. And now that we're cool, maybe next time we could share a beer with, I have a can in my hand, you have a can in yours, instead of you just taking a swig and spitting it in my face and mouth. You got my number. You used it before WrestleMania to send me insults in the middle of the night. I didn't forget.
They might get along now, but at WrestleMania 38, it was an all-out war. Can you guide Austin to a WrestleMania victory after 19 years away? Or will KO deal out the ultimate insult, winning the match with his own version of the stunner? If you think you got what it takes, give me a hell yeah.
I actually missed this match. I think I fell asleep after Cody's return. Night 1, I didn't watch night 2 because I was completely out of wrestling from like the pandemic onwards. So yeah, I actually missed this match. Oh.
Stone Cold said he was coming to open one last can of whoop ass on KO, and he wasted no time delivering on that promise. Trading big right hands, Austin finally got KO trapped in the corner, where he dust off the classic.
Like, Austin actually took bumps in this match, I'm pretty sure.
Stomping a mud hole in Owens, while offering a few choice fingers along the way. Owens was finding out immediately that there are indeed consequences when you run your mouth about the rattlesnake. Austin was a proverbial house of fire, looking like he hadn't missed a day, let alone 19 years. A hard Irish whip into the corner nearly turned KO inside out, giving Austin a chance to take a quick beverage break. Instant refreshment. It had been 19 years since Steve Austin competed in a WrestleMania ring, but he looked as good as he ever had once the fight started. If anything, it seemed like KO had really forgotten who he was dealing with.
Oh. Well, I was not expected to go outside the ring then. I saw this landed on my face. One way. Big barricade attack. A mess. Literally could have just stayed there.
Austin had been all over Owens from the second this fight became an official match, showing no signs of stopping. Taking the fight to the ringside area seemed like an easy call, but KO finally managed to stop Austin in his tracks by sending him crashing into the ring post. Owens would compose himself quickly before realizing the opportunity in front of him. Now it was his turn to brutalize Stone Cold, and he jumped at the chance, assaulting the Hall of Famer with KO show equipment. Owens was unrelenting, finally able to dish out the punishment he'd spent weeks promising Austin. Owens was not going to be embarrassed on this stage. He was the one that was going to embarrass Stone Cold. Then Kevin grabbed a table. He was looking to put Austin out right here, right now. The fans began to scream for Austin to recover, but he was still shaking off the cobwebs. KO was going to make his move right here, looking to put Austin through the table. But somehow, Austin was able to reverse the momentum and send Owens crashing through the table instead. KO wanted to bring the table into this, and now he was paying the very physical price.
Something knows that, like, if you get like combo, as long as it's not headed towards the cutscene, as long as you get. When you get like a combo, you can do it anywhere, whereas previously, I'm just going to move this because I'm not bored otherwise. That's a terrible job, Steve. I just want to jump on him, to be honest, that's what I'm waiting for. No, maybe the vertical for that point. No, you're just not going to beat me, are you? Oh, but I have to do a sequence here. It's got to release best press this version of him.
As he had numerous times in his legendary career, Austin was able to hurt Owens again, regaining command of the fight. With KO dazed, Austin threw him onto the announce table. Remember, Owens had tried and failed to use a table earlier, so now Austin wanted to turn. Austin's plan here was very clear. He was going to beat the hell out of Owens, but he was going to make it look like it was easy. Classic Austin here, enjoying a few cold beverages while basking amongst the screaming fans and just absolutely taking Kevin Owens to the woodshed. Austin was having the time of his life. He turned back the clock and was delivering a vintage performance. Shoot, you can see me calling the match back there. I was totally astounded at how dominant Austin was. Shout out to my suit, though. I was looking good. Austin was in total control, having the time of his life. But I don't think Kevin Owens was enjoying this at all. Stone Cold was having his way with KO. After spitting his drink into Owens' face, Austin was finally ready to bring this back in the ring. KO needed to turn the tide, and fast, or he was soon going to find himself on the losing end of this match he'd waited years to manifest.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure he
Perhaps
didn't
getting a
have to
little
do a
too
power
comfortable,
driver.
Austin appeared to take his eye off the ball for a second. But that was all Kevin Owens needed to drop Austin with a hot shot and finally catch a breather from the constant onslaught. But instead of following up with devastating offense, KO looked to commit grand theft auto. What he was planning to do, I have no idea. Run Austin over, drive away to safety, we may never know. Whatever the plan was, he took way too long trying to make it happen, and now Stone Cold was back. In a WrestleMania first, Austin would then start the ATV and drive up the ramp with KO seated in the front. Where the hell was Austin going to take KO? Was I watching a kidnapping? Luckily, no, we were not watching a kidnapping in progress. Austin just wanted to give the fans closer to the stage a better view of his dismantling of Kevin Owens. We've seen a lot of things from Steve Austin at WrestleMania, but opening a can in this location was brand new.
On the ramp. I'm going to say. One. Eight. Now. And now we go back down to the ring.
Right when it looked like Austin was on his way to victory, bam! KO shocks the whole building by dropping Austin
Hardly
with
a
a
shock if
stunner.
you're using the Stodo as a finisher by this point.
Grabbing a steel chair, KO was going to end Austin once and for all. But Austin was ready. moving out of the way, which caused KO to hit himself with the chair. Another humiliation in a series of them on this night for Owens. Could it be time for the Stone Cold Stunner?
Oh no, that's one thing. Don't know why I pressed circle the pin there. No person. Let's end this now. Let's go.
Here is your winner, the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Right. Anyway, so that's the end of this episode. Yeah. See you later, and bye.